Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Our favorite FC26 game mode returns today with a World Cup twist, including a World Cup icon that will be the first of its kind that we can obtain in game. And yes, I said obtain. He won't cost any coins or fodder, just a little bit of time. The rewards are key with the new Gauntlet mode that is coming out today. We'll talk about that a little bit later because we're expecting more rewards as EA have added more rounds. But also today on Monday, we have some very intriguing PTG upgrades incoming, including 3 big German players getting upgraded. Of course, they're a little expensive on the market, so how are those prices going to move? And we have some big games incoming today with nations like Belgium seeing the pitch, Spain seeing the pitch for the first time in this World Cup. How is that going to impact their prices? And how is the market being impacted by these greats of the game promo leaks that are still coming out ahead of the promo on Friday? Now, let's get into it, guys. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up in the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. I don't know what is going on in this game right now, but I've just gotten Moment Stars, a welcome pack, an 87 to 89 winger pack, and the Poldy's Strike Evo. This must have just happened because I have not seen anybody else talk about that or any tweets or screenshots of that reward being given out. But the Poldy's Strike Evo is actually pretty decent. So I'm going to actually check my unassigned really quick as I log in to see if that was truly just given to me or if that message was a fake. And also let me know in the comments if you have just seen that message or if I am the only one, because that was awfully weird. Let's see. Okay, there's nothing in my unassigned. Let me try to open a pack and see if it takes me there. That could have very well been an old message. Yeah, I don't know what in the world that was. Anyways, let's go over yesterday's content on Sunday because we got a really interesting objective that I do want to discuss. I don't know what the world that was, but it happened on the video, so whatever. Let's go to the Seleção objective that EA dropped yesterday, and if you missed it, it's because it's not inside of the normal part of objectives. Inside the Journey of Nations. It is a Brazilian objective that gives you R9 on loan for 20 games and some really good player picks. Now, this is similar to that kind of crazy objective we had last year in FC25 where we had to score 40 or 45 goals, whatever it was, in one game of squad battles. Now, this is a bit different. You have to do these challenges in specific levels of squad battles, but it's not just attacking. There are some, right? You have to score exactly 30 goals in the beginner difficulty of squad battles, which is a very fun way to go about it. You can get that one done while also completing the speedrun 15, 20, and 25 objectives for some player picks. But there's also the flip side, defending against very difficult levels of squad battle. Some people are making full center back teams and going 5 at the back just to see if they can concede 0 goals against legendary or concede 3 or less goals against the featured squad. Now, this is actually kind of worth your time for a few games, in my opinion, because these player picks here are pretty good, and it is a fun and interesting way to play squad battles. I know it's fun, and squad battles don't usually go in the same sentence most of the time, but when you see the challenge that is put ahead of you here with this Brazil squad, the Brazil Legend squad, going against the ultimate difficulty, you're going to need a full team of center backs at 5 at the back and just literally play as rowdy as you can, pass the ball around, spider 2 wide banana, if you will, and don't let this team get the ball. So that sounds like a very interesting and unique challenge there, and also could get you some squad battles points towards your rewards for next week, and of course tokens as well. So nothing crazy there, but at least something unique. Now, we had a big Evo yesterday, and we talked about it in yesterday's Evo, or yesterday's video, that it might be coming, but this complete connection max 91 sentiment Evo gives incredible stat boosts to passing, dribbling, and defending. But the rest of the stats were forgotten about. Like, this takes your card to 95 rated, and I'm super excited to put this on a card that feels right. But when I put it on the Neymar that I was really hoping to Evo through this, he doesn't get any physical boost. I was hoping that at least you get a little bit of a physical boost here because my bro Neymar needs it real bad. I mean, he's still rocking 47 strength on this card. I think that's actually the same stat that his gold card has, 53 physical, with those stats right there. I love the passing boost, the dribbling boost, and the defending boost. Let me put this on a more well-suited card for this Evo. Like this Brendan Aronson, that's unbelievable. 96 pass, dribble, and 97 defending. But again, you need, for this 100,000 coin Evo, a player that already has good pace, shooting, and physical, because those do not get upgraded literally at all through this Evo, which is a little bit unfortunate for the way I was looking to use this. So I don't think I love this Evo as some others do, but I still like it. I mean, you can see some crazy chains that work through this, and it is out for 9 more days. And again, it is a huge stat boost. It gives great playstyle pluses. It gives the ping pass. Then it gives the incisive pass playstyle pluses as well. I forgot one in there. It is pinged pass plus, and then it's just incisive. Okay, it's just 2. It gives 2 playstyle pluses up to 3, but it's the stat boost, right? And it gives a 5-star weak foot and intercept base. It's 100,000 coins, which is a bit steep, but if you find the right card for it, I think it is worth it. Again, you just have to find somebody who already has good pace, shooting, and physical if you're trying to create a very, very, very well-rounded card. I might try to find a way where I could put my new Paul Pogba into this. Of course, we talked about that in the last couple of videos, and I finally did it. I put Paul Pogba into the playstyle pluses, gave him finesse, pinged, incisive, no Tiki. I went for the power shot instead. We're making a fun vibes Paul Pogba, but now that he's got 3 playstyle pluses and fully customized base playstyles, he is going to be fit for some chain evolution. So I'm super excited to get working on that card right there. But yeah, like I said, you need the right player from this Evo yesterday. Now, there's more discussion to be had about center mids because like we were expecting, we finally got it. The end of an era, Alexia Putellas SBC. Now, this is dividing the community a lot because a lot of people look at this and they say, OMG, this is Alexia Putellas. This is 4 playstyle pluses. This is an insane card. And they are 100% correct. Putellas is always cracked in game. I mean, she's one of the highest rated golds in the game. Very meta, 5-star, 5-star, all the rules. Great playstyles and playstyle pluses, like fantastic for the position that she can play in game. The stats are very good. But again, you've got 18 squads here, and the price is coming in around 1.1 million coins right now. It was 1 million coins when it first dropped. It's about 1.1 mil. Kind of like Salah, there's a little bit of an added tax to this card because it is an end of an era, and it has that sort of vibe to it, that nostalgia vibe, because she is leaving the women's Barcelona side. So 31% upvoted here. I do understand why there are a lot of downvotes. It is because when you look at this Putellas compared to the team of the season and the Festival Football winners card, sure, these are not as good. Like this new one, the end of an era, has better playstyle pluses and 4 of them. But for such a big price discrepancy, unless you have a lot of fodder or you just want something to grind, this one might just be a little too expensive. But at the same time, super crazy meta card, and a lot of people are going to want to craft this one for an SBC as a box-to-box or as a center attacking mid. So I think I can go either way on this one, but personally, I feel like I'm going to be skipping, even though I have tons of fodder right now, and I really should do this SBC. I just have so many cards in my club that I feel like I want to use ahead of this. Like there's no specific emotional connection for me here. So I think I am going to pass on this one. I might even do Pedro Neto ahead of this. I'm definitely doing the Alexis McAllister SBC ahead of this Putellas card personally, but it's up to you and your interpretation of whether or not you want to get this one done, because I see it as one you could do, but still one that is a little pricey. Now, it is obvious that some people are doing this SBC. I mean, take a look at Vitinha. On Saturday, he was between 1.5 to 1.6 mil. Yesterday on Sunday, between 1.5 to 1.6. And bro's now in the 1.4s, maybe even a little bit, in the 1.3. So some of your middle tier to top tier center mids and center attacking mids have dropped. And I think that there is a collection, not a collection, a correlation there to this Putellas end of an era that dropped yesterday. Now, also yesterday, we had a showdown for an upcoming game between England and Croatia. Now, this is going to be Livramento and Baturina that are going to be upgraded here for this upcoming game. So if you want to get either of those two done, I mean, they look decent, nothing super crazy. You can go ahead and get some fodder involved there. Now, the other SBC we had yesterday was a head scratcher, the 89 plus Summer Tournament Historical Nations upgrade. This is an 89 plus icon or hero pack from all of the previous promos released for players that are in the Summer Tournament, aka the World Cup. 85, 86, and 87 rated squads with 2 Team of the Week, Team of the Season, or Festival Football players required. I did one of these and I got nothing. Like, I don't know what the point of this pack is. Maybe it's to try to pack somebody who you could Evo. And then, you know, especially if they're a little bit lower rated of a card from earlier on in the year, there would be some intrigue there. Even at 86,000 coins, like, again, after I did it once, I'm looking at this thinking, Why? Icon packs and picks just do not seem like the place to put your fodder right now with these live cards that are out for potential upgrades for the stats that they have. I mean, hey, maybe there's a world in which this is a good SBC, but after doing it once yesterday, I did not see the light for that right there. Now, I can say, I mean, take a look at fodder. 89 rateds or 5,000 coins. I wouldn't say this is necessarily going up because of that 89 plus pack. And I mean, the highest rated squad inside of that pack is again an 87. So seeing this go up really makes me think people are doing the Putellas. And also, this should just be a bit of the general rise that we've been expecting with the change to weekend league rewards, less tradable packs being opened, and honestly, still a pretty good menu grind out right now in this game. Guys, if you don't know exactly what the menu grind is, you're going to get as many gold commons as you can from certain places like provisions packs and the daily gold upgrades. Put those into the 77 by 5s, open those to get rares, and put those rares into the 84 by 2. I think the 84 by 2s are the best upgrade pack that we have right now. We do have an 83 plus summer tournament player pick. I think the 84 by 2s give you more fodder. And then, of course, with the fodder you get from that, you can get your 87 by 5s done. You can get your 84 by 10s done, and the 85 by 10s that, of course, were dropped a couple of days ago as well. You can craft those. So I think that is the grind right now on this game. It is still working very good, and you can get a lot of fodder, and I think that's maybe part of the reason why Putellas is the price that she is. Now, of course, we're looking at the Path to Glory upgrades that have come out in the last day, and we'll also take a look ahead to the ones that will be coming out today on Monday as well. Sort of a new daily check because, of course, we've got live cards that are getting boosted every day because we've got World Cup games that are being played every single day. And with that Australia win last night late that we actually saw on the YouTube video as we were recording, Irankunda got himself a 99 stat, and EA cooked 99 sprint speed for Irankunda. He was one of 4 cards upgraded yesterday with Ferguson, Hurst, Jeria, and Irankunda getting upgrades. And of course, there are more cards that are incoming today as well with upgrades because of the good games that we had yesterday. Some great games yesterday on Sunday, to be completely honest. Ivory Coast over Ecuador. That was a fun one to watch. Japan and the Netherlands drew, so no upgrades coming there for Gakpo just yet. At the beginning here, it's cool to see a card get upgraded, but also at the same time, it's a 99 sub attribute on the card, and there's still, if you draw or if you lose, there's still a great chance for a lot of these cards that first upgrade and still all the rest of the upgrades could be coming in. So if you have a Dutch player like Frankie de Jong, who did drop a little in price yesterday, I wouldn't fret too much. Now, this is a list of the cards that should be getting upgraded today with 199 stat. Again, there's a lot there. Nementia Musiala inverts for Germany's 7-1 win over Curacao. You've got a game that just finished, actually, Sweden winning, I think it was 5-1 over Tunisia. So Isak and Elanga are going to get a 99 stat. Ahmad's going to get a 99 stat, and he earned it because he's the one who scored the goal. Kessie as well getting a 99 stat, and I believe those are all the cards getting upgraded today on Monday. Should happen sometime, hopefully around content. EA's also still a little bit behind on the showdowns. Again, it seems like whoever updates the showdowns doesn't work on the weekends. Whoever updates the PTG cards actually does do a little bit of work on the weekends. So respect for EA for upgrading these cards on the weekends. We will say 100%. But guys, we got to talk about these PTGs a little bit. These cards like to rise in and during the games, but I like to take the profit before the games because, again, like we mentioned with the Frankie de Jong, you could have a bit of a situation where if there is a draw or a loss, people will probably sell the card. Like Frankie de Jong was 3.1 mil yesterday when the Japan-Netherlands game started. He went all the way down to 2.9, where he is now. Not a crazy price drop for sure, but albeit a price drop. And if you want to avoid that, then I think selling in the hype is the play. Now, for the games that we do have today, which would consist of Spain, Cape Verde. You've got Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand, and Saudi Arabia, Uruguay. A lot of live cards that people have their eyes on and maybe have their coins in. We're taking a look at Spain cards, especially for Laporte, KDB with Belgium, Marmouche with Egypt, Uruguay. Of course, you've got the very invested in Araujo, who's gone up a good bit in price. As you can see here, I've started taking some money on some of these cards, not because I don't think they can rise. I just don't want to be involved if there are some drops. Of course, we'll be watching these games today. You saw an Isak on my transfer list there. I actually bought Isak when he scored, when they went back up 2-1, and his card price rose pretty nicely from there. So I think you can sell these cards into the hype and be safe, but then still have an opportunity to buy them again. Again, though, if you're invested for the long term, especially if it's a Team 1 card. I think Team 1 cards, they've gone on a pack some more. Sure, there's a lot of people invested in them, but I feel like they're a little safer to hold. I think you can hold on to a Team 1 card. For a card like Laporte, I mean, take a look at yesterday's Team 2 movements on a player like Nemanja, or actually a better example is Çalhanoğlu, right? Çalhanoğlu talked mad-ish saying that they were going to beat Canada, or sorry, not Canada. Who did Çalhanoğlu and Turkey play again? It was just 2 days. Oh, Australia. He said they were going to beat Australia. They were going to win, right? Well, they didn't. And, well, look what happens here. I think the cards that are impacts drop off a lot more because, you know, there was people investing in them early, and these cards haven't dropped off enough to reach their, like, low price yet. Now, granted, this to me seems pretty cheap, and if you wanted to play the long game, you might be able to pick up a Çalhanoğlu for $550, hold that for a couple of weeks, and bro could be 800K again, depending on how Turkey's next games go. I mean, in the group, they'll be playing against, you know, I got to get this straight, man. Who is Turkey playing against next? USA plays Australia. I'm blanking. Paraguay. They're going to play Paraguay next. And, you know, that's a game they probably are going to win. Who knows? But you can play the long game with a card like this. All I'm saying is, for a card like Laporte, of course, they play today. A lot of people are investing in this card. If Spain, for some reason, I mean, they'd have to drop a really terrible performance for this card to drop today. But for any of the cards that are impacts that have games upcoming, you just want to be a little bit more careful with them. Let's say France-Senegal on Tuesday. Let's say Senegal-Cook. Let's say it's a draw, right? That would be a bad thing for this Koundé card. He might drop off more than you would expect because he is still impact. So that's the word of warning that I'm trying to get across, is Team 2 cards could still drop a bit more than Team 1. If you're holding on to Team 1 cards, I feel a bit safer. I'm also just wanting to get out of KDB because, I don't know, man. This card, it's a great one, but he's still a coin transfer card. Like, I picked up one of these for 1.45 the other day, and I constantly see undercuts and snipes, and I don't like that, man. So I'm getting a little leery here. I just kind of want a quick reset on these, so I will be selling KDB before the game today. I still have one more Araujo as well that I will sell pre-game. I have 2 KDBs, just kidding. Holy smokes, man. Yeah, so probably going to take the coins on those just to be safe, but then I will look to rebuy again later if the opportunity arises itself. Again, though, like I said, feel free to hold if you bought at a really low price and you're profiting, and that's your whole idea, is to hold long term. I just want a quick reset, and then I'll buy in on those cards again when I see fit. Now, also, watching the market, just watch World Cup games, because every single day, there's a wonder kid or somebody who's performing well in these games, and their card's going bananas. Diamande was cooking yesterday. It was unbelievable to watch. Iran Kunda 2 days ago, Diamande yesterday, and it was Quinones, of course, for the Mexico game that first night. These cards move. This dude was 50K, 40K. 44,000 coins yesterday, even dipped to 30,000 coins before the match. If you're watching a World Cup match and you're seeing somebody that is cooking, that is like, wow, that guy's really, you know, performing some flashy skills, some great dribbles, just that gets people hyped, and they want to log on to this game and use those players. So, you know, keep an eye on the games that are happening today on Monday. And, you know, I don't know if it's going to be like Lamine Yamal or something like that. Is that a card that's going to move a whole lot? Probably not. He's super expensive, but I don't know. Maybe it's Doku for Belgium today, or maybe there's another Uruguayan player that could potentially move in price. All I'm saying is keep an eye on these cards, because what players perform well in real life, they end up moving in price on the game because people just want to log on and try them. And also, keep trading, guys. I mean, I know that we had Putellas yesterday, but like, I'm looking at this Vitinha, who was upwards of 1.5 million coins multiple times yesterday, and I'm thinking, could he bounce back to 1.5? I think that he could. I know that we have the upcoming Icon promo that is creating a little bit of panic on the market. Potentially, we have some Evos that are draining coins. We have that SBC for Putellas that might be hurting some of those cards as well. But even like Striker Harry Kane, 587. That has got to be a snipe. Like, guys, we just got to be a little active on the market, because just watching flipping graphs on a card like this, whether it's a snipe, whether it's a bid, whatever it may be, no, that doesn't look like it's going to be actually a coin transfer. The listing looks pretty normal, but like that's a card that I'm absolutely going to be buying and then flipping, because price graphs show the story, they tell the story. Get on FootBin and look at those cards, because there's easy money, especially on bids. Get on bids. Okay, that's enough market talk for me right now, but we got to talk about what's happening today on Monday, because as I mentioned, we're all getting a 4 playstyle plus icon, or I should say the potential to get a 4 playstyle plus icon through objectives today. And speaking of these icons, we have one more leak to be added to the list of the greats of the game promo. Made sense after the leakers, aka Foot Police here, has been hyping up this promo so much. Of course, he leaked R9. We saw that. Ronaldinho has been added as well. I think we're going to get more leaks today on Monday. Mondays are a common day where leakers start to throw out more names, not usually official stats, but just the names of the players that are going to be in this promo. So watch out for more of those leaks. Again, if you have some of the top tier expensive icons from like Trophy Titans, I would look to sell those just to be safe, in case they get another version of an icon in this greats of the game promo. So that makes it R9 and Ronaldinho right now. Again, cards that are both going to be very difficult to pack. But also today, with greats of the game icons, we have a really good icon reward as a part of the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet is finally back. EA made an extra long wait from the last time we had Gauntlet to this one. Now we know that they've increased this Gauntlet up to 5 rounds. That means you need 5 different squads of players that are semi-competitive to complete in this game mode. It's still 14 entries, but 5 rounds means more games and maybe increased rewards. Now the number one question that I have about the new Gauntlet coming out today is, will it give us tokens? I have to imagine that it does, because squad battles, rivals, and other live events do. I would have to imagine that it does, guys. And if it does, I'm already at my 2,000 tokens. I've spent 500. So I did 1,000 last week. I've already got my 1,000 this week as well. I would love to be able to hold on to these and not redeem them. That's one thing to look out for today. If you've got your weekly 1,000 tokens already claimed, maybe this is a set of rewards that, for those tokens at least, you don't want to claim and you can hold, because it does look like you can do that. I know some people that are saving their squad battle rewards. I saved my rivals rewards. We saved that objective last week. So if there are tokens in this Gauntlet objective rewards today, you might be able to hold them. So I'm very curious about that. But since this is the first Gauntlet of 5 rounds, I'm also really curious to see how many more games EA requires to play. Do we have to win 5 in a row? That's going to be the tough thing, because 5 in a row is going to be a big change from winning 4 in a row. And that was even a change from winning 3 in a row for the perfect Gauntlet bonus objective that was out before. Now, notice here that this says join in the festival of football with this international themed Gauntlet. I don't think they can require us to play with any specific squad requirements, because it's going to be harder for some people to even fund 5 full teams that they could put together that are at least competitive at this stage of the game. But what we know about Gauntlet is it gives good rewards. They mentioned it right there, the launch of the international Gauntlet. So maybe there's like bonus objectives for packs and stuff if we actually do use a full international squad. And if that's the case, then my USA squad is ready. But we're just going to have to see what the specific requirements are for that today. But Gauntlet's always got the best rewards for the time played. We've loved this game all year long, and that's where the icon comes in. Eto'o is going to be a 4 playstyle plus icon reward that drops in the game today with Gauntlet. This was leaked a couple of days ago, and this card looks unbelievable. Let's zoom in and get a nice picture of this. Power shot, quick step, finesse, and low driven. It is hitting the back of the net every single time you shoot with this card. 94 dribbling is good. 96 pace and 95 shooting is unreal. Passing's not the greatest, but he's there to score goals. If he is 5-star, 5-star, this may be one of the better objective reward cards that we have seen in a while, especially because it's Eto'o, who hasn't had a ton of promo icons this year, if I remember correctly. I feel like I haven't used an Eto'o a lot in this game for a while, and that's an objective card, so it's not like you got to go do 20 squads of an SBC like he probably would be if he was an SBCs. You just have to complete whatever objectives are out. Now, I don't think it's going to be easy. It's going to take some grind. You may have to win 5 in a row. We'll see. This could be like a group reward for the hardest objective, but that is going to be a card a lot of people would like to get, and it's the first greats of the game icon that we will see in this game. So that's a big deal because, like, I take a look at the striker in my club, and sure, I've got some really good cards. I've got Vinny Jr. I will gladly move Vinny back to the left side, especially after Gakpo's got no upgrade coming right now, at least. I will gladly move him to the left to try out an Eto'o up there at striker with 4 playstyle pluses because, I mean, I take a look at my team, and I've got 1, 2, 3 cards with 4 playstyle pluses, and I'm very lucky to have even these 2 with Rodri and Vinny from all the store packs that we opened. Still very, very lucky to have that with the coins that we spent in the store. I mean, 4 playstyle pluses is still a rarity right now, I'm sure for you guys' squads as well. So that card looks like a blast, and if it is not super sweaty and super hard to get today, I think that might be a good set of Gauntlet rewards. We'll have to see what the rest of the objectives are. Now, speaking of Gauntlet rewards, one thing that might move on the market today is goalkeepers. And these goalies have been moving up, but when you're building out a team of players, obviously the goalkeeper is going to be one of the most important ones, and it's one that people I think are really willing to go spend on. We saw goalkeepers move at the very beginning of the year for Gauntlet, like 84 and 85 rated keepers would move a whole lot. Keepers have been they've been moving up like crazy in the last couple of weeks. They still could go a bit higher today. Just watch this space in the market and maybe watch some of your cheap cards from like team of the season that people may be buying today to build out squads to get 5 whole squads of players that they can actually use to go get the rewards. So watch out for that. That's probably the main part of content today, guys. That objective reward of Eto'o right there. Now, SBC wise, the only thing that there really is to note for today is the fact that the 83 plus and the 82 plus 4 of 10 are going to expire. I just imagine the 83 plus pick here is going to refresh, and the 82 plus maybe comes back as an 81 plus, but it has more players inside of it. Not expecting too much else for Monday SBC content there, except for maybe a Wan-Bissaka, maybe a Korean Oh-Hyun-Gyu here. Maybe we get Schlager as well. There's a couple other SBCs that are still kind of hanging in the balance for PTG team number 2. I'd have to imagine Wan-Bissaka would be the one, though, but we'll have to see. There is one more showdown, but it's Bergvald Lang, and that game is not for a while, so I don't imagine that one is going to be released super duper soon. And other than that, for today on Monday, the real thing that we're watching out for is compensation, because there were so many of you guys that were asking about this in the stream yesterday. It's a big deal. Like when you can't complete the objective for Cahill because EA didn't give you the rewards that you needed to complete that objective, it's a big problem. I hope EA gets this fixed up. The objectives are working now, so if you're going to go complete other objectives, then they're going to claim and you're going to get the rewards. But it's still very frustrating that was a problem on Friday, and it's really demoralizing when those are some of the best rewards in the game right now. In that Saudi Arabia Al Awayran objective as a part of the second step towards Maradona, that's some of the best place to spend your time in this game right now, and the rewards weren't working, which has really turned a lot of people off to wanting to grind that mode. So hopefully EA put out a message today, and hopefully those of you who didn't get your rewards get them super duper quick. Now I've got one more 85 by 10 to open, and it is not going to be a promo card. I don't know what I had to do to pack Jedi Robinson, man. I can't pack Pulisic last week. I did the 1 of 3, PTG player pick again yesterday. Didn't get him. I can't pack Anthony Robinson this week. I'm opening all the big packs. Like, what is going on, man? What do I have to do to get the boys, first owner, into the club? I mean, we need another sort of like PTG player pick today, EA Sports. That'd be super cool. But I'd expect that to be on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and not really today on a Monday. We'll see if we have any surprisers. And guys, get ready. I will confirm that we will be doing our next watch-along stream. A lot of you guys have been asking about that. Next watch-along stream will be on Tuesday for France-Senegal. That is going to be a banger of a game. I mean, today we have big games as well because we've got big names that will be on the pitch, like the Lamine Yamal that we mentioned, Belgium as well. But really, tomorrow on Tuesday, there's going to be some crazy games with that France-Senegal. Argentina-Algeria is going to be a good one. And then on Wednesday, you've got England-Croatia. You've also got Portugal-DR Congo. So Ronaldo's going to see the pitch then too. So still a whole lot of good games for the first rounds of these group stages games. It's the best time of year right now. Football is everywhere. There's so much football. And there could be a little more content in this game. But, we'll see what the Gauntlet brings today and see how much hype that brings up itself. That's the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy it, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. And have a great Monday and a start to the week. I'll see you guys on the stream today. It's been Nate. I'll see you there. Peace out.